Who can think about laughter at this fateful hour? And yet I am thinking about laughter all week, following on an article that was written by my sister Aviva, published on the front page of Canada's National Post, which is the equivalent here in the United States of the Wall Street Journal. It's a national paper in terms of its reputation. The article is about the use of humor as a coping mechanism for people in Medinat Israel and for Jews around the world, particularly at this fateful time. The Hasidim say that the first time something appears in the Torah is its headquarters. So when is the first time that laughter appears in the Torah? When is it born? At the moment that looks like it is past hope, at the end of hope. He's 99, she's 89. What does the future look like for Avram Avinu and Sarah Imenu? And it's precisely here that laughter is born and becomes the name of the first Jewish child, the symbol of the future. Vayipol Avraham al panav vayitzchak vayomer belibo halaved me'ash shana yivaled v'im Sarah bat 90 shana teled. Avram falls down on his face and he laughs and he says to himself, can a man of 100 and a woman of 90 have a child? Avram speaks to Hashem. Hashem responds, V'omer Elokim, aval Sarah ishtecha yoledet lecha bein, v'karata et shemo Yitzchak, v'akimotiat briti ito livrit olam lizar'o acharav. Indeed, Sarah, your wife, is the one who will give you a child. You will call him by the name Yitzchak, literally translated, and he will laugh. And I will establish my covenant with him as an everlasting covenant for him and for his progeny after him. Rav Tzadok HaKohen of Lublin, in his Sefer Divrei Sofrim, writes that the entire building up of the Jewish nation transpires specifically after what seems like Hayeusha Gamur, after total despair. He writes, Shelo min shum adam v'afilu sar shtipaked od. No one believed that it was possible for Sarah Imenu to become pregnant. Sarah Imenu had trouble believing it. But writes the Kohen from Lublin, Ki zeh kol hadam ha'Yisraeli, for this is the essence of the Jew, which is lahamin she'en litya'ich klal, that a Jew should never despair. Dila'olam Hashem yitbarach yachol la'azor v'hipalei ma'Hashem davar, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu can always help. Is anything too wondrous for Hashem? Ve'en lachakor b'chakirot lama asa Hashem kacha. One should not try to investigate why Hashem made the world this way. That's how God organized the world. At the very moment of feeling the faithfulness of this hour, at that precise moment, we have to allow laughter to be born and reborn. The laughter of hope, the laughter of the future, the laughter of the Jewish boy and the Jewish girl born into the world, and maybe not even yet born, but even the news of their coming, their arrival itself should bring us to laughter. Hope for a Jew is born and reborn again. And that's what we see in Parashat Lech Lecha. How do we say it in the chapter of Tehillim so many of us are familiar with from our Shabbat tables when we say Birkat HaMazon? Az yimales chok pinu u'lushonenu rina. Then will our mouths be filled with laughter and our tongues with joy. It was written about Shivat Zion, the return to Zion. Davka, about the Shivat Zion. Baruch shezachinu. Blessed is the one who gave us the merit to live in a generation where we can defend Medinat Israel. Yachad ninatzeach, but also on a certain level, batzchok ninatzeach. Not that the hour is not extremely serious and fateful, but because we have our hope, the hope of laughter, the hope of Yitzchak. Ki be Yitzchak, yikarei lechazara. Shabbat shalom.